Hey guys, I'm back. Um, wow, a lot has happened. Um, 3 weeks of not really trading. I did some clicking on the side through some idle high. When I felt like I traded some Mars Attack. So yeah, when I left off, we were at 24, and now we're at 24,750. So yeah, in 3 weeks, we kind of had a lot of upside, especially the last 2 weeks. A lot of volatility, and yeah, it rewarded us with some nice profits. Let me tune this funky music a little down. Yeah, okay, it's better. Um, oh, it gets annoying as fuck real quick. But yeah, I'm back. I was on a holiday for 3 weeks, um, trying to get my mind off the markets, enjoy a little life, touch some grass, which we did. Um, but damn, holidays can be stressful. I'm I'm basically back, and right now I'm already like, okay, I kind of need a holiday. But yeah, man. Like I said, last few weeks, the market really started to present some opportunity, especially for the bulls. Before that, we had a lot of downside. Quick recap on the last session. From the back of my mind, it was the 25 session. We were stuck in whiff. We managed to get out. I think it was the day I landed in Bangkok, Thailand. That we already had a reset. So that's also yeah, a nice thing, um, to just start your holiday fresh. Now, as you might be aware, we are also stuck in Gala, on idle high, which is less fortunate because we're still in there. But yeah, I try to do a little trading, mainly just passive. A lot of volatility on these 2500 accounts, and yeah, we catched up to the hodl zone. So if I feel like cutting this loss, I can do this anytime, because we are already nearing, yeah, this benchmark of hodl zone. I also posted about it during my holiday in the VIP channel, which I'm not gonna promote. I'm not that kind of guy. If you want to know, um, do your research. Um, but I mentioned like I'm trying to outperform my mistake. And usually, while manual trading, this is a very bad psychological thing to do. It's called like it nears revenge trading. But yeah, right now with algo trading, I felt quite comfortable with the state of things. Um, that I could, yeah, just trade a few Mars attack cycles while being in the jungle, which was a great experience, by the way. Yeah, to catch up with the hodl zone. So it was a little bit more, but because the market, yeah, just started to grind up. Um, yeah, it gave us an opportunity to near this level. Um, so yeah, let's have a look at the chart. I'm very glad the screener is back. It was gone for a few days, and you had to use the screener of, yeah, of this thingy. So yeah, I'm really grateful they returned the old screener where it's supposed to be. So yeah, as you can see, oh, when I left, we just started grinding down. We created another lower high, basically finishing off this huge head and shoulders. We swept these lows. We kind of went lower than I expected. I did expect it to be front run, but we actually managed to reach the 1.618 near this huge level of confluence. Damn. There's so much clarity in my head right now because it's also like a nice achievement. I didn't drink anything this holiday, so yeah, I haven't used any alcohol in I think around maybe 1.5 months already. So that's a nice detox from toxins altering my brain and my mental state. So all of a sudden everything is very clear, and I highly recommend people to also step away from alcohol and having fun in different ways than intoxicating your brain. But that's all up to you. I'm not a I'm not a lifestyle coach, you know. I'm just a trader. So yeah, let me first adjust our score because I kind of want it to be 24,750. All right. So yeah, that means we're just 250 shy of the 25k mark, which is a very nice benchmark if you ask me, because it's just 1x away from the 50k. Yeah, and I kind of expect the upcoming weeks to have more screen time, to do a little bit more aggressive trading if the market consists to be in favor of the bulls. But also if we manage to fail and create a higher low here, because this pattern basically got broken. It got invalidated, and now you kind of want to see a higher low here. If we get it, we're just gonna make money, longing risk reward probably as well on a single API. And if we start to range or maybe even break down, I'm likely going to short again. Because we might see that this was actually the deviation. Excuse me. This was probably a deviation, and we should have just nuked further by a lower high. That's something I could also work with. So yeah, it's for your own portfolio. I guess it's just good to stay open-minded. When it looks like shit, just short. And yeah, if you're taking a lot of risk, you should really consider using the new feature. The new feature, it's called Setup Trade Window. Autopilot is, by the way, it's also coming this week. We hope to push it earlier, but we're still in the testing phase, so we're doing a lot of testing. And once it's released, yeah, it's gonna be a game changer for a lot of people with less screen time. Because the algorithm will basically manage its own risk, try to downscale, upscale, yeah. So if you did proper selection with your instruments, this could be a game changer for you, because it does, yeah. Pinot API will no longer require a lot of attention, because yeah, the system will basically take care of it itself. So the setup trade window, which we released, I think, last week or maybe 2 weeks ago already. Like I said, I'm a bit off sync with the team because I was discovering the jungle. What it basically does is, yeah, right now you have all these positions, all these instruments, and right now they're all running. So it might not be the best moment to set a, yeah, what the hell am I even saying? It doesn't matter. Like, you configure the 10% high, you configure the 20% low. What this means is all these instruments, they can single-handedly, so individually, go plus 10% from the current price, and it will finish or stop. So the algorithm will just wrap up. If they were to deviate, because we're long right now and we're going lower, like minus 20%, you'll see them all going finish or stopped, wrapping up as well. So what this does, you can basically enable a generic. I'm not sure if I'm using the right words. It sounds cool though. Generic trade window for the entire setup, and it works really well. I've used it during the holiday. So yeah, you can just use this. Well, when you're taking a lot of risk, I would just advise you to keep the window around 10%, so +5, -5. This gives you, yeah, it's a small grid in which the system can perform, and every really big deviation, like kinda big, like more than 10%, you'll just be saved, and the algorithm will wrap up. It really helps if you have difficulties doing TA. Yeah, so let's have a look at my setups. I did some money management at first, as you could see in the I think the 24th session somewhere. I released a video of the money management on YouTube, on which I moved money from my idle setups, which were dormant or not doing anything, to the API of WIF, just to make sure I wouldn't liquidate myself while being on a plane. And it didn't come as far as I would have. I expected, because WIF could just go all the way down. It gave me a psychological feeling of safety, which is quite important. And it also just completely rendered my danger zone invalid, and gave me a massive hodl zone of 98% or something. So yeah, let's have a look at my setups. Idle high. I threw in Pepe for the mix, because there's a lot of shit coins, and I do think Pepe has nice coin metrics, because my research tells me it's deflationary, and even though there's a shitload of Pepe, it should get more scarce every year, which makes it a good coin. And because it's also volatile, the ADR is pretty high. I preferred Pepe over Doge. I also started to add 2 wildcards in each idle high setup. I think for this setup it was Zero and Gas, which have also been performing quite nicely. Here it was STX, and okay, so I'm running Cas on all setups. Here it is STX and ENS. Here we got Phantom and GAL, which did some crazy shit today, by the way. So I might have slipped a little and made a loss there. Okay, this is our Gala, which has been stuck for a while now, but I'm sure we'll be fine. I did apply money management, so we are unable to get liquidated. Over here we have the second API. I did Uniswap and ACH. Also, I did some in-depth research on all these projects, and these all came out best TA wise, but also fundamentally stronger. Because I tend to just like to trade fundamentally strong projects. And you'll see once we have some more money in the account, around 50k, I'll probably start to trade Ethereum and Ethereum and Bitcoin a little bit more heavy with the weight, and look to scale down on alts, because alts, they always will have risk. Like, the exchange could just say, okay, in 2 days we're gonna delist AVAX, and if you're deep in deep deviation, still in the trade zone, or maybe even unfortunate enough to be in the hodl zone, they could just say, okay, we're gonna pull the contract and you're gonna have to realize that loss. So that's a little risk I would like to downscale. So the last API I'm gonna show you is 1inch and Maker. Maker also being very strong, very consistent. Yeah, so that leaves us with one API to play with, which I'm gonna do later this afternoon. But yeah, around 3700. I'd like to scale it up to 5K in the next coming days, and then just drip down all excess liquidity to all these individual APIs, and yeah, try to get them all to 5K as well. So yeah, I did eat something funky, or I get infected in Thailand. So my stomach is really just fucking going crazy right now. I'm also having some cramps, so excuse me if I'm a bit distracted. Yeah, damn. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it at this. I'll be back in the afternoon streaming as well. I'm just gonna record everything I do for the highlight, and hopefully, yeah, there's some opportunity. Okay, what we could do is actually look at the calendar. Tuesday. Okay. Okay. Yeah, maybe the ECB press conference is significant because Ursula von der Leyen, I think, if I pronounce it correctly, she might resign, or somebody else will take over, which will have impact on the euro, which will also have impact on the dollar, likely. Jesus, Bitcoin conference. Alright. Yeah, that's something to be on the lookout for, because all like major Bitcoin conferences we dumped. That's just simply the case. We dumped. That's my experience with Bitcoin conferences. So everybody gets hyped up, and then it actually commences, and we just dump. So yeah, it's already a 20 minutes video. So yeah, I'll be back in probably 1 hour or so. We're gonna see what the US market brings us, and yeah, if there's enough volatility, we'll probably just gonna hop in on some projects. Not sure if I'm gonna run risk reward Marstech yet. I still have to do my analysis. So alright guys, glad to be back. Peace.